Ben, I'd really like you to take this opportunity to talk to us about Armo. As the co-founder and creator and CTO, I'd love to hear what you guys are doing and why people should work with you.
Yeah, so Armo was founded around 3 years ago. Um, Actually, we used to, both me, myself, and a co-founder, Shaul and Leonid, used to work already with the container technologies and orchestration. And actually, I had a history in working in open source projects. And we were following even in our previous companies, we were following Kubernetes for a while. And simply we thought that there is something which is missing because we saw that Kubernetes is not just another platform, in the sense that in one hand you have security problems around Kubernetes itself as an infrastructure, but what Kubernetes enables you, from my point of view as a cyber vendor or expert, is it enables you also to orchestrate different security processes together with the standard DevOps, SRE, deployments stuff. And this was something that triggered us to go into this direction and make something that is really, really cool. We started an open source project in Armo called Kubescape, which at the beginning, it was there for you to get hardening advices about your Kubernetes cluster and compliance advices. And it coincidentally, we didn't know, but at the same time when we released it, the tool, also NSA came up with its recommendations how to secure your Kubernetes clusters, and we decided to include these advices in our tool. And like in, I don't know, in the fairy tale, okay, after we released the first version, we went to sleep, and within a week, we got like 1,000 stars in GitHub.
Nice.
And we got a huge adoption, where we incorporated this Kubescape tool in our Armo platform. And Armo platform is there for you for both security posture management in Kubernetes, both somewhat application security for finding application vulnerabilities. And our mindset is really there in returning to the question of why people should use us, because I think that what we are solving really nicely is that we are able to filter out a lot of noise around, the posture findings, being able to focus you through different techniques, focus you on the real things. Just giving you a real small example. There are a lot of vendors, also open source projects, who are scanning your application for vulnerabilities in a Kubernetes cluster, and you are getting I don't know, hundreds of results, in a single container image, which is obviously something that you cannot manage. Like, it is something that is not manageable. But we said that, look, most of these vulnerabilities are unexploitable. These are even not in the memory in runtime. So if there's the software which they are belong to is not in the memory, then they can't be exploited. So we built our own eBPF agent as part of our solution, which tracks the application behavior and is able to tell you which vulnerabilities can be exploited and which are not. And it drastically removes the noise. It to 10th of the original number of vulnerabilities which you were triggered on is removed. Therefore, you can all focus on the real problems. And I cannot talk about every new development we are doing, but you should follow us to see that within the next few months we'll release a few another interesting features in this direction of removing a lot of noise which our other tools are also giving, and focusing you on the major things.